Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, the interstellar storyteller, and this is going to be your monthly reading. I am recording this for February, but it could find you at any point in time and feel relevant to you because energy works in its own cool way. So whenever it does find you, I'm really glad you're here, and I hope you stay if you'd like. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you, so I'm really grateful for you. I want to say a big thank you to anyone who has subscribed lately, left me a comment, liked the readings. Like, it really means a lot to me and helps me out a great deal, so thank you so much. Also, thank you to anyone who has left a donation. That is such a lovely surprise and definitely not expected, but very much appreciated. I'm all bashful. Let's get into this, Capricorn. The visual I received for you, it took me a second to figure out what was happening, but it's really cool actually. So it started off with this big mallet, big hammer coming down and hitting this stake thing, and it was wedged in this rock, and I was I took a second with it, and then I just just paid attention, and I realized it was this big rock, and it was the ways they used to cut rock to build in ancient times, you know what I mean? And they wet the rock and then they hit it and then it cuts. It's then I heard, after I figured out what it was, I heard doing new things in old ways, which is really cool. So let's jump into this and see what's going on. I'm going to introduce the decks first. This is the Modern Spellcasters Tarot, the African Goddess Rising Oracle, and the Dragon Wisdom Oracle. So doing new things in old ways, Capricorn. So it's very strong building energy, of course, with that stone, and ancestral wisdom. Okay, so we've got the Fool and we've got the Queen of Cups. So I sense you trusting your intuition with something. Maybe you are going about something right now where you're pulling on ancient knowledge, or either through your family line or just any kind of industry that you're interested in, to whatever it is that you're cultivating, because I do sense that there's something being built or cultivated, nurtured. You're trusting your intuition on it, because it's doing new things. The Fool is literally the start of the entire journey of the tarot. So taking a leap, of faith, but ultimately very much trusting your intuition. And again, the energy keeps bringing me back to ancestral wisdom. So yeah, I just heard what was that? It's not current, not fashionable. That's what I heard. So it might not be the current process, but it's a process in which you are choosing to take, but Capricorn building? It's so complicated. Ah, okay. Look at this stonework here. So I get the sense you are building, you know, a stable home life. Maybe you are building a home, renovating a home. Some of you could also be really cultivating, as you know, and committing in a relationship. It could be all of the above. This could also be really committing yourself to your craft. So there might just be like a certain craft that you are called to, that may connect with your kind of ancestral line, and I sense you going in a kind of unique direction with it, pulling on like old knowledge. It's on the bottom. Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. This is your energy here too. This is a happy home life. As you can see, like there, I don't know if you can since I have everything glaring, but I don't know. Try that. They're laughing. Maybe that will be better. There. You'll be able to see that. Everyone's pitching in. Kids are having a good time in the background. There's multiple generations. There's lots of wealth. There's like little like piles of gold beside grandma there, and a basket full of food, and just a happy home life. Lots of prosperity. 8 of Pentacles is skill building. It's committing yourself to mastering like a skill, a craft, just dedication, commitment. So I sense, Capricorn, that you're very much working on your like environment, your physical environment that you find yourself in, but I also sense there's an aspect of an internal environment as well. There's a lot with the Queen of Cups paying attention to your intuition and doing things in the ways that you feel is right, you know. And that's not to say that like you're not open to any kind of learning or any kind of like opinion, you know, a perspective or anything like that, and that you wouldn't adapt it into your, you know, process if it fits right, if it feels right. There's just a lot I sense you intuitively being guided in when it comes to cultivating what you're cultivating, growing what you're growing. And with the Queen of Pentacles, like nurturing what it is that you're growing. Like you're definitely creating something. There's definitely something that you're creating. Could be so many things because these are going to be general readings. But yeah, you're definitely growing, creating, and mastering skills that I sense like kind of have called to you like deeply, either through your ancestral line or through, you know, your unique interests. What else is coming up for Capricorn? Doing new things in old ways. Okay. So we've got the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. Here's the 5 of Cups. 7 of Wands. and the Eight of Swords. So I sense you being very strong. With the Seven of Wands, I sense so much tenacity, determination in you know, cultivating and reaching the goals that you are wanting to reach. And I see that you've accomplished a lot already, you know. I sense that like action and skill building and like working on this craft and kind of diligently, persistently working on what it is that you're working, I sense that it really helps relieve anxiety. So this could also be like a hobby that just really brings you a lot of joy, that's even growing and expanding and bringing, you know, bringing in prosperity and abundance in some way, you know, or in multiple ways. With the Five of Cups underneath the Fool, I sense that there's a whole new cycle beginning. Like there's just a sense of moving towards love. Moving towards love. The Queen of Cups represents love, self-love, love in general, you know, like. And the Seven of Wands, I see that like there's this energy of like realizing like you deserve the absolute best. You deserve the best. And I just heard spilt milk is in the past, because I was looking down at these 3 cups spilt, right? The Five of Cups represents sadness. It represents disappointment. You know, like it's more one of the more challenging energies in the tarot, but underneath the Fool, I see you leaping into a whole new cycle, and, you know, putting the past behind you, and again, like knowing that you deserve the absolute best, and like there's this sense of really loving yourself so much that nothing less than like the best will do. And so I sense that that is assisting in this kind of like zest for life, and really putting your powerful energy into learning, growing, experiencing, and taking action on building and like building what it is that you want to, creating what it is that you want to create. Because however you're resonating with this, I sense you creating something, and I sense it bringing you a lot of happiness. I sense that it can be aligning you with people that, you know, resonate with you, that, you know, match your frequency, you know, people who are wanting to commit and in similar ways to, you know, a similar outcome, whether or not, like, you know, you're expanding your family or you're deepening your relationship, and, you know, with someone who's like, yes, they're walking in a similar way, and you feel very, you know what I'm trying to say, like it could really hit in so many different ways. Let's just say, because it's general, that it's bringing you close with people who match your frequency, that value who you are, what you give, they feel valued by you and what they have to give, and there's a sense of reciprocity in creating something very stable and healthy and prosperous. And I find it interesting too, we've got the 2 8s on top of each other here. So there's a lot of learning. I sense a lot of discovery of like, of yourself, what you're capable of, and any places you feel like you know are holding you back, like any kind of places you're feeling a sense of tension or anxiety, or feeling a sense of like being mentally trapped. Again, I feel like that identification and that awareness of those places is linked to like this 8 of like taking action and creating and committing to a craft that you are creating in the world. But also, Capricorn, I sense you committing to yourself, to learning about yourself, to becoming, you know, a master of yourself. And that means, you know, leaving space for the more like sticky, sharp parts too. Because our awareness is our superpower. And the more we bring our awareness to something, the less power it has when it comes to anxiety or you know, stress, or like imposter syndrome even I could see playing a role in here, or self-sabotage. Oh, and look, the 10 of Cups underneath the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Beautiful. With the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So more of your energy. Beautiful. The Lovers peeking out from underneath. So I just sense, yeah, like this, what it is that you are cultivating and creating. There is also a sense of community blossoming around it, sense of stability, happiness, prosperity, emotional security, emotional safety. Doing new things in old ways, Capricorn. That's so interesting. If any of this is resonating with you and you feel comfortable, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Keep following your intuition. You absolutely do deserve all the love in the world and the universe and beyond. And I, as your cosmic auntie, I'm really proud of you and your ability to bring your awareness to any places of mental tension or blocks by you know, in being curious about yourself and to committing to yourself, and also to committing to things that bring you joy, things that interest you in the external, because I sense you, it's like whenever you start something new, like sometimes there's that like inhale and like you're just like, it's kind of reminding me of when I used to be in theater, and it would be like about my time to be on stage, and I'm right behind the thing, and like the audience is here but they can't see me yet, and I'm just about to like leap onto stage or something and to do my thing, and like that just feeling of like, I don't know if I can do this, but being like, you know, I've practiced, I know what I'm doing, I trust myself, and I'm going to leap onto the stage and do my thing. That's the kind of energy it's giving me, where you're building something so great that it's natural if imposter syndrome comes up. It's natural if past triggers or self-sabotage comes up, especially if you're doing new things in old ways and trusting your intuition and with your process. Like, and employing ancestral knowledge or knowledge that you are keenly interested in regards to the field or like whatever it is that you're creating. Because I sense it could be hobbies, it could be like it could be a craft, it could be music, you could be building a house, you could be renovating a house, you could be starting a business. There's just so many ways that I see this playing out. I also sense like there is such a legacy with it. There is something about what it is that you're creating that has a very legacy aspect to it. What it is that you're doing is gonna not only benefit you and yours, but I sense, the collective as well, and in some form or another. Cool. With the King of Pentacles, you're going to be a great success. You are a great success. And I sense that there's an acceptance of being a work in progress as well. And what's really beautiful, Capricorn, is I sense you creating a sense of safety within yourself to, when to weather the storm. There's just such a sense of committing to yourself, trusting your intuition, knowing that you deserve the absolute best, and putting the work into something that feeds your soul and also has this legacy aspect to it. Definitely some of you are deepening your relationships. I think that what I meant was some of you are deepening romantic relationships, but in a general sense, there's just such an energy of deepening relationships with people that feel like home to you. And really becoming more comfortable with receiving, Capricorn, as well as giving. These are the people that give to you without expectation and receive from you with absolute gratitude, without draining you, or receive without expectation as well. So I see your inner circle being really strong. I see that there's really beautiful community. Anyway, I don't want to be redundant, but keep trusting yourself, doing new things in old ways, putting the past behind you. What time are we at here? Yeah, putting the past behind you. Keep reminding yourself that you deserve the absolute best and to keep going for it. And to really take a second to see how far you've come, to revel in yourself. And I just sense that you're falling in love with yourself in a deeper sense, Capricorn. And doing things and building things and creating things that align with your soul. And I just keep looking at these rocks. It's so interesting because that's your visual. So there's just something that I sense you, that could just be for some of you, just very few or even one of you out there, literally building something. Building a structure of some sort and pulling on ancient knowledge and ancestral knowledge, or something. And it may not be the current process, but I sense you trusting yourself and listening to your intuition. Because what I keep seeing, okay, not to use another, I don't usually use so many personal antidotes, but I'm going to use another one, Capricorn. But My grandparents, they built a house once and they logged their property with Clydesdale horses, like instead of machines. And it's giving me a similar energy. And it was like one of the most amazing things ever in my life to witness, because I was allowed to lay on the backs of one of the Clydesdales as they went deep into the woods and pulled it out. And I laid on the back of the Clydesdale for as long as I possibly could. I was a little kid, and it brought me so much joy. So I see that that kind of energy is playing into your reading in some form or another. And it's cool. It's really cool. I want to know what y'all are up to out there. And remember, it's absolutely natural to feel anxiety at times. It's absolutely natural to, have little self-sabotagey voices come through, or imposter syndrome. But remember what you are committing to yourself first and foremost, and that you love yourself so much that you know that you deserve all the love in the world, and that you are more than capable of doing what it is that you're doing, and to keep enjoying the process. Just take it one step at a time. Keep enjoying the process. Enjoy the learning. Enjoy the creating. Sometimes our brains can try and trick us to get like a whole bunch of steps ahead, or to like, again, care what other people think, but just keep coming back into yourself. Keep grounding into yourself. And again, taking refuge in the people that feel like home to you, who are encouraging you. I just heard the people who are there for you when you're up and succeeding, and down, and meet you when you're feeling down. Again, there's a notion of reciprocity coming through your reading, Capricorn. Oh, look at this card, Path. You are on the right path, Capricorn. As we're talking about people who are there for when you are feeling up, and meet you when you're feeling down, and give without expectation and receive from you without expectation. Because there's something over in the corner here that might have been a lesson that you've learned of, like, over giving and feeling let down with that. And again, even as these 3 cups are spilt, these 2 cups remain, and the 2 of cups represents love and healthy connection. So I love this card. Look at that. The path that you're creating is full of love. The path that you're on is full of love. There's so much abundance and prosperity, and happy environment, happy home life that is not only like materially abundant and prosperous, but emotionally abundant and prosperous. These could even play into like doing new things the old ways. Could also play into the ways that you cultivate your relationships. And participate in them, And, I don't mean like these lessons learned over here when it comes to, but I don't know. I guess take it how it resonates, because I sense that there's just like a very wholesome energy coming through, the way that the relationship energy is coming through with your, you know, your lover if you have one, or, you know, your friends, your family, like your community. Doing new things in old ways, like maybe everyone chipping in their own way, or like really doing things in ways that, I don't know, I'm not sure, Capricorn, because this could land in so many different ways, but like homesteading, that's the word I'm looking for. It kind of is giving me like homesteading energy, like learning how to do things together, like gardening and canning and building, and these could be very important things to you when it comes to your environment, or, you know, like, again, some of you, this could be like hobbies, music, crafts, you know, art, building, I don't know, but it's like I sense you learning together. But homesteading is coming through very strongly with this energy, and so some of you may be making choices for your family that kind of bring you all back to like ancestral knowledge that's been passed through your family, or if there's been any kind of breaking the chain, so to speak, like looking up, like how do you you know, garden, and when do you garden, and like how do you like harvest this, or like how do you do, you know, all of these kind of things, like I just saw like a hobby farm, so like that could again be very specific. But we got Nund, truth. So really trusting yourself, your truth, your knowledge, your wisdom, your intuition, really embodying like who you are and what you want, and that assisting in aligning you with people, places, and things that also match your frequency, and expanding from there. Okay, so I was checking the time. Get real. What is your truth? Truth telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. Tell the truth. Each person has their own version. Speak yours. Words have impact. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. Goddess declaration. The truth is my friend. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. And I see that here with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Being safe to be who you are, and also holding space for people to be safe for who they are. Again, there's a sense of reciprocity. So I sense you creating a really beautiful life for yourself, Capricorn, for you and yours, with whatever it is that you're creating. I sense you creating a really safe home within yourself as well as in your environment, doing new things in old ways. And if that resonates in any way, please let me know, if you feel comfortable, of course, in the comments, what it is that you're up to. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next reading.